What is up, guys at YouTube? This is Bradley the Gaming Mole. I am just, showing a little bit of the frustration I go through. I guess I should call it frustration now. Of when I pretty much edit / upload my videos. So, probably one of the biggest reasons of my hiatus is because I got all of these files I gotta go through. Well, I've gone through most of them, which is pretty much the Dragon Ball Z. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the Parallel Quest videos. I might just scrap them all because I'm gotten so sick of doing the Parallel Quest, and it's hard for me to just sort through like which ones were good and which ones weren't. And if I was really motivated, I probably would just use them all and be like, okay, let me just add music to every last one of them and just not care. But, well, at this point, I'm like, it's such frustration. And I'm pretty much only down to the second part of the Boo Saga as of this recording. Oh, God. But I still record a lot more after that, like an idiot. So I still got a lot more to sift through. So after the Boo Saga, which I kind of went on a bit of a stop for this, because I was like, okay, let me do something else instead. And Marvel Future Fight started eating up a slice of my life. I ended up recording Battle Network 6, which, if you've seen my video on that, you saw what happened when I got to the good part of the game. When I screwed up because I was using cheat codes to put in for no encounters. I destroyed the cyber world. Then there was online play of Xenoverse. And then we went back. It was like, and I kind of just went like, you know what, the hell with it, and decided, and just went like, I'm just gonna keep going. It's like, so I did the Beer Saga, and the Beer Saga Part 2, which, in all honesty, I'll go back here. The Boo Saga Part 2, the second part of the Boo Saga, shouldn't really be as long as it is. But the reason why it's long is because freaking Kid Boo decided to get smart and be like, oh, you're gonna sit here and beat the living crap out of me? Well, how about I just use my ultimate to warp over to Goku and kill him in one hit instead? Then we did the Demigorgon Saga, which I showed you a section of it just to show you that I did beat the game. And I did more Parallel Quest and stuff. Well, wait, what the heck is this? Let me see real quick.
And it's stronger here.
Yeah, so I also been recording my Skylander videos, which the reason why I've been doing those Skylander videos like they are is because if you didn't know, Skylanders Imaginators has an app that, well, they have an app that lets you put your Imaginator on it or create an Imaginator on it, and you can use that to basically transfer. You can use that basically like transfer it over to the app, and then what you can do is like you can pay money to either have them make the Skylander for you or make a trading card or a t-shirt of your Imaginator that like you put so much effort into making. But unfortunately, my phone cannot use the app, so that's Woodchuck as well. So I said, you know what? Since I can't use the app, I'm just going to create my own. I'm just going to do what I can with it and like make random videos featuring my Imaginators instead of just, well, playing them for like whatever and then not doing anything with them. It also is a bit out of spite because of Activision. Wait, what Activision did when they first started what Activision ended up doing when they first started with Imaginators was that they were taking ideas from various people. They were taking ideas from various people that like basically submitted their Imaginators to the app and whatnot to either, like, what they were saying they were going to do was that they were going to actually put them in the Skylanders Academy show, which probably isn't going to happen. It might happen in season 3. There was a brief mention or rumor that they were going to put them in there, like put like select Imaginators in there. But from the looks of it, it's just going to be like select ones that they think are cool. And I've seen some of the trailers. I'm like, oh god, these are the ugliest things I've ever seen. No offense to those people that made them, but they are ugly. And then there was also a bunch of other commercials saying like, oh, like, hey, if you submit your Imaginator through the app, then we'll show it off on like Cartoon Network and whatnot. And like, that's kind of interesting. And there was a small part of me that was like, hey, they should show off my Imaginator. Like that would be cool for me, kinda. But it's obviously never gonna happen. So I just went like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna create my own. And I'm just gonna create my own like stuff with it, because why not? And then even more so, like Imaginator still isn't done.
Up top.
Okay, so if I'm right, this is all Imaginators content. Yep. So where does it stop? And I guess it stops right here. Oh, yeah, that's Vex. Oh boy. I got a story about Vex as well. Let me get to that when I get to it. But one of the videos that's coming up is going to, well, let me delete this one because that's 2 seconds long of nothing. One of the videos that is coming up as well is, well, something I should have done a long time ago. I'm trying to remember what I titled. Well, I haven't exactly came up with a clever title. It's just my Imaginator, or really myself, versus all the bosses in Nightmare Mode difficulty. Me versus the world nightmare. Yeah. And that's what I should title this as well. There we go. So I have a couple more videos to do in terms of Xenoverse. I'm still not sure about uploading Parallel Quest and Masters, because I didn't realize how many I recorded, and this is 50 videos of Parallel Quest and Masters that probably total over like well over an hour. What I wanted to do, like, as soon as I got to the end, I had the thought of like, okay, like, how about I just scrap all the Parallel Quest and Master videos, and then, well, not the Masters, because I don't want to go through those again, but scrap all the Parallel Quest and then redo them like by ranking, and try to and have the ultimate finish for each and every one of them. Because at that point, I'll be like, my character should be pretty close to maxed out, and I can easily achieve a lot of these on my own until I get to like the higher ranked quest, like I think it was like what, 6-star, 7-star ranks. That's the highest. So what was this one? Oops, I need to make that one as well. I thought of doing that, and then I just went like, okay, so, well, I made a poll on Twitter, like, should I do the post game? And, well, although only like, I think it was like 3 people like answered. I think it was only like 3 people answered in the end, and they were like, no. And then I was like, I made a video. I was like, well, I guess nobody wants me to do the post game. If you were like, no, like you should just go get Xenoverse 2. I'm like, well, I can't go get Xenoverse 2 because I don't have the money for it. And as of right now, I don't think I had the PC for it either. Because well, I did mention that I wanted to get a new video card, and I'm still nowhere near being able to afford that new video card or to know which one to go for. So this would be Vex. I don't know which one to go for, and then to make it worse, I've been like, well, my computer's been like acting up, I guess, in terms of the video card, which might be a sign that the video card is dying or something else internally is wrong. I've been trying to figure it out, but I have not isolated the issue yet. Like, basically, like at first it was just like whenever I watch videos, or whenever I'm watching videos, or I'm doing something, or I'm just doing like multiple things at once. Like, you'll hear that stuttering sound, like for a quick second, and I knew to myself, like, okay, like that's probably the video card. That's probably the video card like freezing up, or like deciding to be like, okay, oh, look, I can't live much longer. Like I am on my deathbed or something. I figured it was something like that, but I wasn't too sure. And at the same time, I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to deal with it until I can get myself a new video card, because I can't afford one right now. And I just have to keep going until something happens. Like, I just have to keep going. Then what happened a couple, well, I would say maybe 2 months or so later, was that basically the videos are really just the entire, like, my entire screen would like freeze up for a good couple. It would freeze up for a good couple of minutes when I'm trying to like view YouTube and edit videos. It's basically like me trying to do like multiple things at once, because like I'll sit there and I'll run the phone emulator. I would have my phone emulator run in the background for Marvel Future Fight, so I could just grind for biometrics and whatnot. Or I would have that run in the background, and then like it gives, like, I guess it gave priority to that, but at the same time, like, another video would just like the YouTube video or my Google Chrome page itself would just freeze up for a good couple of minutes. And then I was like, okay, like, what the heck's going on? And then I realized, like, once I closed out the Nox app player, it was like everything kind of went okay, but it took it a minute to be like, oh, well, you closed Nox. Like, all right, well, we'll give, like, okay, well, now we can focus on giving priority to this now. Oh, God. So, so I did run a quick diagnostic to see what was happening. I was like, okay, like, it could be the RAM, because I mean, it's like, it's been a couple of years since I bought RAM, since I bought the RAM for this PC, but it doesn't, like, from what I'm seeing, like, it doesn't seem to be the RAM issue. Like, there seems to be no real issues. I was like, okay, well, why is it locking up? And there was literally like no answer. I defrag the hard drive like practically once every week or once every 2 days. I was like, okay, like it just has to be a video card. Like the computer's telling me, like, dude, like just get a video card. Like stop screwing around and get that video card. Well, I can't. I'm like, I can't afford it. Which one is this? Is this the one where I rage quit? No, this is the one where I played for hours. I played for well over a freaking hour in Vex. Okay. Well, I have to edit this one anyway because of how long I've been recording and how much failures there are in the video itself. Oh, and this is when I was fooling around. I definitely gotta upload that one. Vex glitch. Infinite combo. I guess I could call it. Because I essentially was infinite comboing that guy. Well, that poor enemy. Oh, so Vex. So Vex. The reason why I wanted to play Vex for, well, the reason why why I'm playing Vex now, it was one of those games that I was looking at like when I was younger, and when I was younger, I was playing this. Well, I was playing the demo, and nobody could. And this was one of those demos when this was back in the time when you would actually be able to see game demos in the store with no issue, and they're not in a place called GameStop or any of those other video game specialty stores. This was like in Walmart and whatnot. So on the demo, I think it was either for PlayStation or Xbox, and you have those discs that have like multiple game demos on it. And I kind of wish they still would do that, but the way things are now, that's never going to happen again. But one of the games that came up was like aside from your typical first-person shooter type games, one of the games that came up a lot was that was on the list was obviously Vex. Everyone that played it could not figure out for anything like what to do, because the game literally did not like tell you what you need to do in the demo, or it did and just nobody read it at the time. So we sat there. So like everyone that played it was just sitting there like just roaming around like, what the heck is going on? And like where do I go? What do I do? It was kind of like when Mario 64 like hit the store demo shelves. Nobody knew what to do for the game, but everyone enjoyed playing it for what it was. And you may have one person or another that like knew what to do and got an objective done or whatnot, but that was like once in the blue moon. And then like that person would probably be a jerk and like close the game and then like restart the game. Like, okay, well now I'm beginning a brand new game, and now you have to do everything. All the progress that I made is now gone. Like that guy would be the douchebag to do that to everybody. Like, they had the same thing happen for Sonic Adventure as well. Anyway, I played through this Vex demo, and I was like, wow, this is actually fun. Now, I look at it now and I say like, okay, like whatever possessed me to want to play this game because of the issues I go through while playing this game. But I think the main thing that was fun was the fact that when you got close to an enemy or like in the enemy's face, you could just beat the living snot out of them. You just beat the living snot out of them for no reason. It was just like, well, Mario or Sonic cannot do that. Not even Jack could do that. Like, Jack could punch enemies or spin kick them, and that was it. And then you had Ratchet, which I'm not sure if Ratchet and I think Ratchet and Clank was out at the time, but it wasn't like popular. Well, it wasn't like, well, it was popular, but it was not like it wasn't exactly a hit just yet. Like not every, and I was also living in like a city where, or really just a town where it was not about like the types of games that were being played was generally RPGs and JRPGs, and was like I think platformers came in second or third, and fighting games was either second or fourth. But I know sports games was like dead last on people's list, when like first person shooters were, it was climbing up, but it wasn't popular in that area. But I wanted to play Vex. So I tried. So I never got to play it because I could never find a copy of the game in the store. And whenever I did think about it, if I ever did see it in the store, there was also a bunch of other games, well, a bunch of other JRPGs that I was like, okay, well, let me play this instead. But I never heard like anything bad about Vex, so I went like, okay, like, so finally, I believe it was last week or the week before, I was able to rent Vex from GameFly. I'm like, oh, finally, I can play this and get some enjoyment out of it. And now that I'm playing through it, I am I was like, I am more or less regretting. I'm regretting that decision. Was it called that? Oh no, it was called Sega GT Online. Oh yes, Sega GT Online. Oh man, there is. It's not much of a story to be told, but it's also one of the series I kind of wanted to start up for my YouTube videos. Was like, I can't beat this, like, even after all this time. Like, it's something, it's like basically games or certain areas where I've been horribly stuck in for the longest time. Like, since, and it's been well over a decade, at least in Sega GT Online's case. And I don't know if anyone else plays Sega GT, or played the Sega GT, played either Sega GT 2002 or Sega GT Online. But they have this thing, or they have these things called the license test. And unlike Gran Turismo, however you want to say it, you can't just immediately go straight into the races. You can't just immediately go straight into races and be like, oh, well, screw you guys. And be like, oh, screw you guys. I'm going to go race. You can't just immediately go to do races immediately. You have to do the license test if you intend to progress onward. So there's a license test in there. I believe it is the B class license test for me, where I am horribly stuck every single time. Which character is this one? Here you go. Why am I calling it Bloody Roar? So I got stuck. I've been stuck on that license test forever, because that license test also, well, it actually does play like exactly like Gran Turismo does theirs, at least from Gran Turismo 3. It plays exactly like it, where you have to you have to basically drive a certain course, and you need to do it correctly or, well, fail. And it's like the B class license test is, I honestly have to say, it is insanely unfair, because the time that they want you, because And I would say that this is the difference between Gran Turismo, at least from my experience, between Gran Turismo and Sega GT. Sega GT wants you to race through the entire track in a set time limit. But you're allowed to screw up a set. You're allowed to screw up a set number of times before. You're allowed to like screw up a set number of times before the game goes like, okay, you know what? Well, it's like, you know what? You're done. Like, you failed. Like, I remember back in Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, if I screw, like, the game would tell me, like, okay, well, you need to learn how to take this turn. Like, you need to learn how to take this turn properly. It's like, what you want to do is you want to go from the outside into the inside, and you're going to drift just a slight little bit, but don't turn too hard, or you'll fly straight off the track into the dust. And I would sit there and I would try to like apply, sit there and I would try to do it exactly as the game showed me, and even using like the guidelines for it. I would try and do it exactly as the game showed me, but I would screw it up every single time and just like skid straight into the dirt. And again, it's like, and Gran Turismo will be like, oh well, you know what? No, I don't want to see any more of this. You failed. Get out of my sight. Well, Sega GT 2002 and GT Online, because they're both the same game. It's just that GT Online, well, had online play available for it. Sega GT, it allows you to screw up a set number of times. Like, okay, like they'll be like, oh well, you hit a wall. Like, oh well, that's all right. Just don't repeatedly hit that wall. Or like if you try to do some of your cheat tactics, like drive off the road to like cut some time off, like to save some time, instead of just like taking this hairpin turn. Be like, oh well, you know what, I'm just gonna, they'll mark you for that, but as long as you're not off the track for too long, you should be fine. But the problem is, and this applies in both games, is that you need to do it in a set time limit. And the problem with the set time limit that they give me for the B-class license, I am always off by 1 second. I am always off by 1 second. Which one is this one? Alice. Okay. So that it pissed me off so much that I have to deal with that I ended up rage quitting the game. And I actually done that with quite a few games in my past, where I would get to a certain point in the game and then it just becomes frustratingly hard. And I wouldn't, well, not to bash them or anything, but it wouldn't be like my gameplay is as bad as, like, say Game Grumps or other people like that, where I would just be like, oh, you know what, no, I am done, I quit, we're out of this. Although I have to give them props that they do, that for a lot of games they do like press onward despite like failing multiple times over and over and over again, and they're quite entertaining when they fail. So maybe I should have that same mindset. Although for me, I do have a tolerance limit. I'm sitting here trying to tell this story, and I should have finished naming these videos a long time ago. So it's kind of a series I wanted to start up where it's just be like where it's just me failing over and over and over again at a game to the point that I rage quit and be like, well, this is why I rage quit the game, because I am stuck here. Did I spell his name right? I don't think I did. No, I did. Okay. I spelled it right then. And what Pokemon Park is this one? So, as of, well, February 22nd is when I'm recording this video. There will be a couple of videos going up. It's nothing much. It's just something I still had sitting on the back burner. And I still have and as you can see, I have a ton of videos sitting on the back burner. But I'm trying to work myself back. I'm trying to work myself to catch up, which is more or less why I'm on hiatus, because I don't want to have all this stuff like waiting while sitting there not being finished. Because they're like, I even have a couple videos of the Misadventures of Tron Bond that I have not released yet, because I haven't beaten the game, and I'm not rage quit stuck, but I'm like, it's one of those games where you know, like, how to describe it? It's like you get to this point in the game where it's like, oh crap, I gotta do this now. And you're so bored, you're so insanely bored of the game at this point, and you're like, I don't want to do this right now. And he's like, I'll come back to, like, you'll just go like, I'll come back to it later. And then later comes, and you're just like, do I want to play this game, or do I want to try and finish this one? That's kind of how I am with a lot of games, because they'll be like, oh well. It's just like, oh well, I don't know. I'll be like, oh, I don't know, should I or shouldn't I? And that's how I feel with Misadventures of Tron Bond. Like, and it's pretty much the whole deal with the server bots thing. While you won't really see that in a lot of people's playthroughs, and you probably won't see it in mine either. Is like you have to actually grind. You have to actually grind to level up your server bots, so that they'll actually be useful when it comes. So they'll actually be useful when it comes to actually doing the missions. Otherwise, the game is incredibly short, and you should be able to finish it within like 2 to 4 hours, if not less than that. Because all it is really is just making money, and making money and properly spending your money, and then going back and then doing a couple missions, and you'll finally beat the game. It's not like how the other Mega Man games go, where it's just like, oh well, you need to go through here, you need to complete this level and then go through here, or like the first two Legends games, or it's just like, okay, well, we're gonna run, like, you need to go through this dungeon, and then we'll go to this dungeon and whatnot. It's just get a set amount of money, and then you're done. Get a set amount of money, beat the crap out of whoever stands in your way, and you're over and done with it. Anyway, let's see here. I need to get started. I doubt this will work right, because it'll probably be like, oh well, I'm gonna freeze up on you. Well, it'll show you my example of how this darn thing freezes up, if that's the case, but I doubt it. I need to work on, let's see, that's Beerus Saga Part 2. That's the video where Goku fell out of the map. I shortened it so I can get to the point. Where is Boo Saga? Yeah, Boo Saga Part 2. So, first thing, I guess the only reason why I really played Dragon Ball Xenoverse in the first place was because it had character creation, and I am a sucker for character creation. I'm a sucker for character creation in a lot of video games. As long as it's done well, I'm happy about it. Okay, so I need to cut. Need to cut here. And then I'll cut it here. What came after that? Cut it here, I suppose, and well, I want to separate these into sections so I like know what music to use for each one. Yeah, okay, so this is the part where, so to show you like really quickly how it all happened, was there a okay, so I can cut it here. Show you how it all happened and why this is longer than it should be. That's not it. That's the failed one. Where is the one where... Oh, that's the cleared one. Where's the one where Boo was like, screw this, I'm done. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see, I was trying to make, like, that's one of the other things I try to do for this as well, since I'm only basically changing the music, is that I wanted to try and make the fight entertaining. For the most part. So.
That's it. This is the end. You've got to fight Majin Buu with Father.
People of Earth, listen to me! There is a warrior who is fighting Majin Buu at this very moment!
And I'm like, get away from Goku! I was in there trying to divert.
Everyone,
yeah.
Please!
Freaking,
I need you to share as much of your energy as possible
with
me!
A freaking Premier Elements. And then this happened where, in the midst of fighting him, Boo was like, okay, you know what, screw this. And he throws his I forgot what they call his vanishing, he throws his vanishing ball at Goku.
Be as possible with me.
I'm like, oh crap. And it's like, oh nope. Like in the midst of being annoying towards all of us, he decided, like, Goku's like, no, who's like,
this
nope,
is the end.
Die.
You've got to fight Majin Buu with Father.
People of Earth, listen to me.
See, he already popped Goku one before with a Kamehameha.
Moment. But we need your help. Everyone, join forces to defeat Majin Buu. Everyone, please. I need you to share as much of your energy as possible with me.
And then it was like, oh. It was like, well, that failed. Well, honestly, Goku shouldn't have been in the air like that. Yeah, so that happened. So I think it skips. Yeah, so he basically destroys the... So I need to edit that part out because I don't... So... Oh wait, no I don't. Do I? Okay. So do I need to... How far do I need to edit? Oh, I skipped it. That's why. Okay, so... I need to edit... this out. And then I shouldn't have to hit start again as long as I didn't skip anything, right? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I have to edit that. Then I cut here. Cut there. And I guess I'll basically, yeah. So, there. So now it's not as long as it should be. Well, not as long as it was, which the original video was 27 minutes long. And now I lowered it, well, I managed to lower it down to 23.5 minutes. That's good. Well, I would show you the process of me trying to pick music for this, but I'll probably get copyrighted for it, especially because I'm generally quiet during that moment because I'm trying to listen in as to what I should use. So I'm going to cut this video here, and hopefully I'll be done with this by the same day as I started this. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Brad Reed Gaming Mole signing off. Thanks for watching.